Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Respected believers, one of our greatest duties is to acknowledge the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to know Him, to unify Him with His names and attributes, and to worship Him. The issue of the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a very clear issue, which does not need any explanation or argument, because every intellect has its own intellect, every conscious being has its own consciousness, and every nature has its perception. However, the human intellect cannot fully comprehend all the facts and mysteries. Man possesses an extraordinary power of perception. This power of perception does not come from the internal, but this power comes to him from the external world. They are what we know by our senses, and it means sense of sight, sense of hearing, sense of smell, sense of taste, sense of touch. It also has other connections to the world of psychology, which are represented by the sense of emotions such as contentment and anger, love and hate, the sense of pain, the sense of balance, the sense of desires, and so on. As much as these senses transmit realities of perceptual power, they can imagine and perceive, analyze and deduce general rules and measure analogies on each other, but they cannot do anything else or more than that. For example, the blind who are born blind, no matter how clever they are, cannot imagine anything in their minds about colors, no matter how we try to approximate that to them. By analogy and representation, they will all prove to be useless, because they have never seen a colors with their eyes. So if you tell a blind person that white, red or any other color, he will never be able to understand the reality. Likewise, those who are born deaf cannot imagine anything about sounds, no matter how intelligent they are, until the window of their hearing opens to the existence. So they listen to the voices, and so are the rest of the emotions. We cannot realize their truth unless we go through an experience with them. As for our senses, which are the only way for us to know the existence around us, they are short-term, limited in their ability. Today, modern science has proved that there are many scenes and sounds in the atmosphere that our eyes and ears cannot perceive, because the power of our eyes and ears are not compatible with perception and quality which is needed to see and hear it. But modern science has invented devices that enable our ears and eyes to perceive these scenes and sounds. It turns out that our thoughts and perception are as limited as the perception of our senses. So no matter how high our imagination is, we cannot reach the reality of many things. And there are many things in our reality that we strongly believe in without direct contact with our senses, but we believe in them through deduction. For example, while you are inside your room, you hear a knock on the door, and you'd conclude without hesitation that someone is knocking on the door without seeing him or hearing his voice, because you know the door can't make that sound automatically. So, when the mind is incapable of comprehending things in the universe around it and unable to comprehend their true form, it is weaker and more incapable of perceiving a picture of the reality of unseen things that are beyond nature. And if the mind is limited, as we have seen, how can it encompass Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And He and His everything is unlimited. The bottom line is that our senses, which are the means of acquiring knowledge for us, are limited. They are incapable of understanding every being. Our power of imagination is also very limited. Its reach is as far as the senses can reach. Our intellect is also limited. Therefore, we cannot fully comprehend all the existing facts. It is a different matter that we are rationally forced to accept these facts. Dear Muslims, the strongest scientific and rational arguments for the existence of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all respect is the nature of man. Every creature bears witness to his divine nature. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surah Rum, verse number 30, so direct your face toward the religion inclining to truth. Adhere to the fitrah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon which He has created all people. No change should there be in the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the correct religion, but most people do not know. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you and us by His book and sunnah. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.